Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A flashback of Doug in prison, preparing to travel to Salem after his release, opens the show. At home, Marlena is using her tablet to view the news on Doug when someone knocks on her door. When she opens it, she is shocked to see Liz Chandler standing there, and they give each other a hug. Liz and Marlena catch up days. It would mean the world to Julie if she could come home for Doug's service, Marlena adds as she extends an invitation. They catch up while sitting. Liz, who has 2 grown sons, reports that Noel is doing well and has an excellent job. She expresses regret that they lost contact and says she has missed everyone in the town, Marie Horton excluded. That was a lifetime ago, according to Marlena. Liz remembers how Doug gave her big break when she sang at his club, and she knows that today is all about him. She remembers Doug giving her the position. Later, when Marlena finds herself alone herself, she recalls how Doug and Julie had assisted her the morning of her wedding. Belle surprises her mother by entering. Given that her father has been called away on a mission, Marlena is happy to be here. Liz Chandler was just here, Marlena informs her, and a lot of people have returned home. Marlena inquires about Sean's well-being. Belle is unaware. She works for Demara in Hong Kong and has been giving him space. Despite the fact that he is unaware of her presence, she wanted to be here to support him. She doesn't know how things stand because they haven't seen or spoken to each other much. Days of Marlena and Belle. Jennifer sobs while holding a picture of Doug at the Horton residence. When Lucas shows up, she is looking at other family pictures. He gives Jennifer a hug. According to Jennifer, Julie will be glad to see him because she needs her family close by. When Julie wakes up and Doug isn't there to support her, Jennifer can't imagine how she would feel. They talk about Doug, and Lucas remembers the moment he discovered he was a Horton. Doug always made him feel welcome. He felt like the family's black sheep at the time. When Sierra and Sean show up, everyone gives each other hugs. Jennifer wants to know when Hope will arrive. Sean claims that she isn't. When she told his father about Doug, he gripped her hand. They all hope this is a sign that he is awakening. Jennifer is confident Julie will comprehend why Hope is unable to leave Beau at this time. Sierra shows the family pictures of her children, Addie and little Beau. Lucas tells Sean that the ancient box on the table is a time capsule they discovered behind the wall after the home caught fire. Sierra tries it as no one has been able to open it yet. Since no one has been able to unlock it, they all make jokes about it. They even thought of smashing it open, but it would be disrespectful to Alice's memory. To the surprise of Sean, Lucas, and Jennifer, Sierra opens it. Days were stunned by Sean, Lucas, and Jennifer. In her chamber, dozing in bed, Julie reaches for Doug, but he is not there. A picture of them is on the nightstand when she wakes up. She remembers something from their early years. After getting ready, Julie dons her wedding band. She remembers getting married to Doug. She hears something outside all of a sudden. She notices that it's her brother Stephen outside the window. They giggle about how Stephen used to sneak in through the window when they were youngsters, something Alice detested, as he climbs in via the window. Julie chastises him for not being more adept at keeping in touch while they embrace. Despite his vows to improve, Stephen had to be present for her today. Stephen remembers that when he got into difficulties with the mob, Doug came to his aid. Since her grandson, an FBI agent, is in town for the memorial, Julie hopes Stephen isn't returned merely because he's evading capture. Julie and Stephen converse for days. Stephen is eager to meet Eli and Lonnie when Julie informs him about them. Julie questions whether he is certain and reminds him of all the problems he caused in the past. She remembers approaching Stephen about joining her in an antique business, only to have him sell counterfeit goods to her clients. Although Stephen says he's changed as a person, he still regrets hurting her. He has changed. He claims that seeing a guru in India changed his life. According to Julie, she has always thought that everyone can change, and Doug is a prime example of that. Lonnie discusses Doug's past with Eli at Paulina's house, reading his obituary and revealing that his true identity was Brent Douglas. She also finds out that he shared a cell with Bill Horton during his time in prison. Finding out that Julie and her mother had previously dated Doug also shocks Lonnie. She chuckles because she believes her family's past is crazy. Their conversation shifts to Julie's brother, Stephen, who never turned back after fleeing Salem to avoid the mob. When Marie gets home, she visits the memorial plaque for her parents in Horton Square. Maggie sees Marie around the corner, and they give each other a hug. They sit down and discuss Julie's situation and Doug. Marie considers all of the Hortons that have vanished. Days later, Marie comes back. Maggie and Marie discuss their past, and Marie lets loose about her past transgressions with men, particularly Alex and Neil. She received her daughter Jessica from Alex, but Neil just gave her a rivalry with Liz. Marie claims that thinking about what transpired makes her angry with Liz once more. It would be her fortunate day if she never saw Liz again, and she is aware that she should be letting go of old grudges. Today is not your lucky day, Liz informs Marie. Maggie and Marie talk for days. People start to assemble for the funeral outside the church. Doug is discussed by Paulina, Abe, Jack, Roman, Steve, and Kayla. Kayla wonders who would attend his memorial service at home. Then they talk about a Thanksgiving a few years ago when Doug fought Marlena, who was once again under the devil's control. Doug's funeral draws crowds. Days. A young man reads a memoir by Doug Williams while sitting in a detention cell in a recently released black and white flashback. Bill Horton, his cellmate, is intrigued by what he's reading and takes it from him. After being freed, the young man advises Bill to look after himself. "Watch out, world, or perhaps I should say, Salem, for I am coming," he exclaims. It is said that a window opens when a door closes. That turns out to be unquestionably the case in Salem, as a mysterious visitor with a startling link to Julie's late husband will arrive while the soap opera town still copes with the death of veteran leading man Doug Williams and the real-life passing of portrayer Bill Hayes. Julie will meet a young man who seems oddly familiar in the episode that airs on Tuesday, December 3rd. It turns out that's because he's her late husband's unidentified grandchild. Although not much is known about Doug Williams III, according to TV Insider, he will end up being the beloved patriarch's grandson. It's not shocking if the young actor portraying Doug seems familiar. When Peyton Meyer played Lucas on the television show Girl Meets World, he initially attracted notice. On the ABC sitcom American Housewife, he most recently played the endearing buffoon Trip. Meyer told TV Insider that when he accepted the role, he had no idea how significant it was or that he would be associated with one of the most recognizable personalities in daytime. He was also unaware that his first scenes would feature Hayes' real-life widow, Susan Seaforth Hayes, Julie, or that his first episode would see Salem bidding farewell to Doug Sr. Days has been one of the best experiences I've had in my career, according to Meyer. But it's not easy, as many performers discover when they start working in soap operas. He acknowledges, "I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be. I feel like I was paid to attend a rigorous acting boot camp." What can we anticipate from this new Doug, then? According to Meyer's account, his alter ego will resemble the Doug who came to Salem all those years ago quite a bit. The actor acknowledges, "When we first meet Doug, he's a mischievous guy. He gets into trouble and out of it. He always brings mayhem with him.